on, everyone, and welcome back to the Sleeper channel. Today I am replacing those fender liners with the sedan fender liners. My last video, once I finished installing those new fenders, I realized that I kind of made an oversight there and didn't realize that the fender liners for the wagon are significantly narrower, and so I need to swap them out because the wagon fender liners don't fit. I went ahead and picked up some new fender liners. They're right here in this box. These are some knockoff brand fender liners, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna fit. So initially my plan was to get some OEM fender liners. So I did some looking around and found out that the OEM sedan fender liners actually were about $180 a pair. And I just think that's ridiculous. So that's why I got those knockoff ones. I cannot justify spending $180 on a piece of plastic. It's just crazy to me. I bet it cost them like $5 to make these things. There's nothing special about it. I'm sure they have a mold and that's how they do it. And so there's just no way I was spending that kind of cash. These ones, I will link to them in the description in case any of you are looking to replace yours. And you know, I'll show you how they fit on my car so we can find out if they are any good. These ran me about 35 or 36 bucks for the pair. I found them on eBay. So we'll give it a shot and we'll see. I'm hoping that they look just fine and I won't feel the need to source some used ones because there's just no way I'm spending $180. So first thing, I'm gonna get started installing those. And then I'm going to attempt to fix this drip mark over here on this side. I'm gonna start with this one because it's the easiest one to access. It's a little bit smaller than the one on the other side. And so I'm gonna try using that razor blade technique to basically like cut it down, and then I'm gonna work my way from like either 320 or start at like 400 grit sandpaper, work my way up to like a 2000, and then we'll follow that up with some Meguiar's polishing compound, and hopefully that takes care of it and you can no longer see those drip marks. So we'll test it on that side, see how well it looks, how well it turns out, and if it seems like the way to do it, then we'll move on to some of these other ones, get it all sorted out. And then I'm gonna move on to just polishing the clear on all of the panels that I painted. So like the fenders here, I'm going to just buff and polish these as well. And then obviously the other side, and then the grill also. So I'm gonna get started. I know this isn't super exciting work, but you know, I just wanna kind of show the whole process of this build over time. And so, you know, even these small things, although like they aren't as exciting, they are part of the process, and it is part of having a project car. So yeah, maybe a shorter video, maybe it won't be as interesting, but whatever. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And you can just tune into the next one that is more exciting. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into it, and let's get these fender liners on. All right, I'm just gonna kind of test fit it first, just to make sure that it seems like, oh, this is the wrong side. Oh my gosh. Helps if you start with the right side. I mean, they're not like perfect, and they don't like go in like that easily, but I think all in all, I can work with this. It doesn't have like as much rigidity to like the folds and stuff, so I think I kind of just gotta like work it into place. So, all right, I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna run them, I think. I think it'll look fine. You know that you'll really notice once the tires are on because it hides a lot of the material anyhow, so. All right, so it's all clipped into place. Definitely not in love with how this little edge fits right there. It's just not the cleanest. You can kind of see how it like just sort of sticks off a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's not like that big of a deal. You can see how like the clip doesn't fit like super well with the hole that's like cut out there. Like there's this weird little ridge sticking off of it. I'm pretty sure that you won't really be able to tell that much once the tire is in here. And then I did use this plastic clip for the fender right there. That fit on there pretty well. And as you can see, like there's kind of like a weird fold like right here. That's just like what needs to happen for it to fit. And then there's a clip up there that fit just fine. Obviously right here as well. All of these fit just fine. This other tab that's tucked up in here, I kind of just bent it up in there so you can't see it. It doesn't fit with the other hole. There's kind of a gap. I'm sure you can see that. So that's kind of weird. That's a little bit, I don't know, just a little bit like chintzy. Don't really love this either, how this tab kind of sticks off. So now you can see that. It's not just like white through here with just like the little like clip. But it does secure it really well. The whole thing's like really solid, honestly. And there's like a couple clips underneath here that fit just fine. At least happy enough with it to run them, at least for now. Maybe down the line if I can source some decent looking OEM ones from like a junkyard or something for cheap, maybe I'll swap them out just to have that better fitment. But I mean, can't really go wrong for $35 fender liners. So I'm going to hop over here and get this side done. So we'll throw this one in and then I'll throw the wheels on and I will show you what it looks like once the wheels are all mounted up. Wheels are all installed. Here's what they look like. Not bad, honestly. I mean, if you look close enough, you can tell that they're probably not OEM, especially because this kind of piece sort of like sticks off and that funny little tab right there. But I mean, it's a fender liner, it'll do. And definitely not bad for 35 bucks. Plus, now I don't have that funny gap where they were hanging down, which was way worse than having a cheap fender liner on there that actually fits. So I'm gonna move on to the bumper now. I'm gonna start trying to fix that drip mark on the driver's side of the bumper. And yeah, I'll show you kind of what I've figured out just from like watching other YouTube videos and reading articles and stuff. I've never really had to fix a drip like that, so I don't know how it's gonna go. So I'll take you along for the ride and show you what I find out. All right, so I'm gonna start by cleaning this. This is just some simple green. Just trying to get all the dust and stuff off of here. All right, this is a brand new razor. I guess you want to use a brand new one. I mean, it makes sense. You don't want the edge of it to be dull. And so I guess what you do is you stick it on here just like pretty much perpendicular to the surface, and you're just kind of scraping at it. So let's try to flatten it out. It is definitely working. I'm not even like pushing hard either. It's gonna be really hard to see, but it's right in here. So basically you can tell once I started scraping, like it's just like scraping off the high spots. And so I'm just gonna keep scraping it down until it feels relatively flat compared to the rest of the surface out here and on the other side of it. And then I'll start using sandpaper. All right, so I have some 400 grit here that I'm gonna start with. So we'll wet the area, my paper. I'm like not pushing hard at all. Just letting the sandpaper do the work. All right, so it's all just like one flat surface now. I got rid of all those ridges. I can't feel them anymore. I can't see it. So I am going to step it up now. I do wish I had some different grades of sandpaper. The next best thing I have to step up to is 1500, which is kind of a big jump, but I think I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. If it doesn't seem like it's like smoothing it out enough, maybe I'll stop and like go run to the store and grab some 800 or something. And then I also have 2000 after that, so I'll go 1500 and then 2000. Yeah, but I'll give it a shot. It's just a small area, so I don't think that I'm like risking too much by at least just trying with some 1500. It just maybe won't like work. All right, so I lied. I decided to run to Home Depot and grab some more sandpaper. I just started thinking about it and I realized that after spending all that time sanding, applying Bondo, trying to fix all those panels, and then painting and clear coating them, also like considering the cost of all those materials, I would just rather do this right. So I went and grabbed some 800 grit and some 1000 grit. So we'll be just bumping straight up to 800 now, then 1000, then 1500, then 2000. And then I will start applying some Meguiar's cutting compound to this little area, and then we will see what happens. All right, so next up is some 800. All right, so just finished with the sanding, finished with the 1500 and the 2000. This light, maybe you can kind of see a little bit better with. You can see how, hopefully you can see it, but you can see kind of the texture around the surrounding area where I was sanding, where it still has the orange peel, but it's very flat and smooth right in here. And flat meaning like it's not very shiny anymore. It's like a dull looking color. It doesn't have the like sort of reflection like up here anymore. And I guess that's what you're going for. So you do that, and once it's all smoothed out and you work your way up, then you start applying the cutting and polishing compound. All right, so like I said, I'm using this Meguiar stuff. It is Color and Clarity Restore. Cuts as fast as harsh abrasives. So I'm just using this little hand pad, and I'm just gonna do it by hand. See what happens. On there. The reflection was starting to come back. Wow. I can't see where those drips were at all. Man, it's gonna look so good once I do the whole bumper, grill, fenders. The paint is just gonna pop. I may chill now. I got that whole spot pretty good. I don't wanna like take it too far and cut through too much of the clear, especially because I have so much more of the bumper to do. So let's pull it out into the daylight and see if it looks any different. All right, so check this out. It looks so good. You can't tell at all where that drip was. It was like this huge line, like right here, like a huge drip line. If You can see this one probably. That one I still got to deal with. That's the next one I'm going to work on. But man, that looks so amazing. I am just kind of blown away, to be honest. It's so nice. Like I said, I could probably go a little bit more with that cutting compound, but I just don't want to take it too far because I have a lot of the areas around it to go, because you can see the difference. Like, you can see some orange peel there, and as I move the camera down, right in here, no more orange peel. And I don't know if the light's very good for it, but it's still like shiny. It still has that look that it's got clear over it. So that is so cool. Wow, pretty pleased with that. That's awesome. Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up the bumper on another day, go through the whole thing. I'm gonna use my buffer right there, this guy. That will come in handy. Obviously I'll put a new pad on that thing, and I'm gonna get that thing looking real nice. Fenders as well, and so I'll update you guys in the next video with what that looks like. Obviously, because I showed you the whole process, I don't need to show a whole video of me doing all that stuff, because that's probably pretty boring to watch. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like button if you like this, and think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, peace out, my friends.